Hey guys, welcome to Rosie's Industry Innovations. This is my inventory room. I'm packing some orders today and I wanted to hit up a few of my most frequently asked questions / troubleshooting issues with the line sign. So one of the things that I hear a lot is that regardless of what system you use, you're still going to have people waiting in line. People will still wait in line behind this sign. I'm here to tell you that that is true. Unfortunately, there is no system on this earth that's going to rid us of the entitled people who want to be able to ask that they can be the exception to your rule. So the best way to close your line is to have a person who's professionally trained to stand there and say, I'm sorry, we've already closed this line, and they know how to hold the line, right? Even those people are going to encounter the entitled people who will ask to be an exception to your rule. Unfortunately, no system that we can devise is going to remove those people because those people go through life just wanting to believe that the rules don't apply to them. And as much as I wish I could come up with a product to rid us of them, I cannot. Nobody can. So that's not what the sign does. It's not what it was meant to do. Those people will still queue behind this sign. But what this sign does do, as you can see, is huge. This sign signals. It signals to your crowd that you close your line. Okay, why is that important? If you choose to close your line without giving a clear signal that you closed it, you're going to end up arguing with people a lot. And you're not going to have the grounds to stand on to be able to say, well, I closed my line at X time, because you don't really have any proof or anything to fall back on to say that you told them so. So what you'll have happen is people will wait in line and they'll be like, well, I didn't know, and I've been waiting here this whole time. Can't you just XYZ? So the line sign's going to eliminate that problem, because you can just be like, I'm sorry, you didn't see my huge yellow sign that was out? They know that they can't use that grounds to stand on. They know that. So the only ones who will be waiting behind your line are those who are either going to pretend that they didn't see it. Again, that's on them. Or they're going to try to ask, oh, I see that it says that your line is closed, but that doesn't apply to me, right? Nothing we can do to get rid of those people. So in my opinion, and I've tried all the things, you're going to encounter those people anyway. You can either ignore them when they line up, or you can just be like, hi, I have a sign out, and just go back to work. They are there hoping that you will choose to ignore the sign for them. And one way that can really be effective in getting rid of them is just to say, I'm so sorry, if I were to make an exception for you, I could be accused of discrimination because I've already told a lot of other people no. And leave it at that. Nobody's going to argue with you on that, because that puts them in an uncomfortable position. So the line sign wasn't designed to get rid of those people. Unfortunately, like I said, we can't do that. But what it was designed to do is to be huge and loud, portable, because we can just fold it right back up and put it away. It's super light. It comes with this carrying bag. And so you can take it to every gig, whether you use it or not. It doesn't matter, because it's so light and portable. I've used other signs that did the same thing, but they weren't portable and practical enough for use on the job. So I hope that helps with that question. That's one that I get asked a lot, or it's a critique rather. And like I said, you can use any system as long as you do the two parts. You need to tell people that your line is closed, and you need to mark those who were in line when you closed it, which is why we use the tokens. The token system, you give one token to everyone who was in line, and now they can't say they were there the whole time, because you're like, where's your token? The other thing that I hear a lot is people have a hard time folding it. So again, I do try to put a lot of information on that. On the back of this insert that comes with every line sign, there is a QR code to a video that shows the two methods that I recommend for folding the sign. This one also has it on there, and this is also a troubleshooting card. So if you're going to invest $79 to buy this product, please take the time, invest a little bit of your time to learn how to properly use it, so that A, you don't mess it up, and B, you actually get the value out of what you purchased. It doesn't take long. Just take some time at home in your living room to just figure it out. It is a little bit tricky for some people. There's two methods in that video that I referenced. I'm not going to go over them again here, because that is not the purpose of this video, but I do want to clarify a couple things. The second method in that video, which can be found on YouTube, it will tell you the easier method for those who maybe have some mobility limitations or not so much upper body strength. That method, when you put it on the ground, you're going to step on it and fold it down. When you fold it, be sure you're putting the top of the sign to the bottom of the red lettering. Keep that in mind, because that's the appropriate bend that you need for the sides to curl up so that you can fold it in. That's the easier way for those who don't have the mobility to fold it the overhand way. That being said, the overhand way is long-term the easier method because you can just do it so fast. You just grab it, fold it up, and you're done. You're ready to go. I recommend learning this if you have the upper body strength. Learn to do it that way because once you get it, it'll be a lot easier in the long run. Again, I'm not going to go over exactly how to do that, but I do want to give you some tips on that one. The tutorial's online, but one hand over, one hand under. This palm faces out. This palm faces in and down. And as I'm twisting it, what I'm doing is I'm putting pressure inwards, and at the same time I'm rotating. So the bottom hand, one hand rotates up, the other hand rotates down. So this hand is rotating like this, and this hand is rotating like this. So practice that a little bit until you get the hang of it. Once you get the hang of it, you will prefer that method to the other one. So I think that was all the other thing I wanted to mention was sometimes people have a hard time with, or they run into a problem of their sign getting bent out of shape. Again, that is referenced in here, and there is tips on how to not have that happen, but basically that happens when you're folding it wrong. So if you don't take the time to learn how to fold it, your sign's going to get bent out of shape. It's pretty easy to get it back in shape. Grab your sign and just twist, 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 twist every which way until you pop it back into shape. Ooh, sorry. My phone kicked the bucket. Okay. It's kind of like a chiropractor. Think of it that way, that you're popping the bones back into shape. So that's what you're doing when you're twisting it. You get it back into shape, and then it'll work well for you, hopefully. So that being said, I hope that answers some questions about the line sign, what it's meant to do, what it won't do, what it's good for, what it's useful for. Thank you guys for believing in me and for purchasing my products. Again, I tell everybody this when I actually talk to them. I didn't get into this to make money. That's not the goal. The goal was for me to share solutions that worked for me. My brain is very much into problem solving. I love problem solving. And when I hit on it, something that works on the job, for me, that's the key. It needs to be practical. It needs to work on the job. When I hit on it, I want to share it with other people. So that's why I've made these products available to everybody. And if it works for you, great. I'm the first to say not everything's going to work for everybody. So if it doesn't work for you, that's okay. It's going to be all right. But if you like it, thank you so much. And thank you for believing in all my products. You can check us out at rosie'sindustryinnovations.com. I have other products for balloon and face paint artists for the industry. And thank you again for listening, and I'll see you there. Bye.